سلام و درود، خوش اومدید به ویدیو دیگه از کانال خودتون، به ویدیو دیگه از کانال خودتون. تی ویدیو قراره که یه ریاکشن خفن بزنیم همراه با اگه دوست داشتید شرک روی ویدیوی و بریم که داشته باشیم از این ویدیو و قراره که بشه ویدیو بریم که داشته باشیم. بس بچه قبل از ویدیو شروع حتما این ویدیو لایک کنید اگه خوشتون اومد، کامنت بذارید اگه خوشتون اومد دیسلایک کنید. چی کارتون کنم؟ Standing on a skyline, watching all the cars.
This happened to me in 1970s. To be exact, it was November 23rd, 1971. I was 20 years old at the time and was really down on my luck. I was living in Portland, but I'm from Seattle, and I'll be going home very soon. I had lost my job and was about to be evicted from my apartment because I couldn't pay the rent. I will be flying back home to stay with my parents until I could find a new job or somehow get the money for my apartment, which would be very unlikely. I had one night left.
مثل این شرک نباشید که همش گرفته خوابیده و میخوره
تموم شد. خیلی تاثیر گذاشت.
To my apartment before leaving. I didn't feel like staying home, so I decided to go for a walk and have a drink in a bar. On my way to the bar, I stopped at a convenience store and purchased a lottery ticket. I walked down the street and entered a nearby bar, where I ordered myself a beer. Not long after that, a man came inside and sat next to me and ordered a drink. We got to talking about life and just general conversation when he mentioned he was going to a flight the next day to Seattle. I laughed and asked him, "Wait, flight 305? He laughed and said, "Yeah, that's the one." He asked me why I was heading there. I told him I had money troubles, and coincidentally, he said the same thing. He seemed like a nice guy. We talked.
وقتی دید که همچین اتفاقی افتاد طرف همون اول کار اومده باهاتون دوست شده، اینو بدونید که دوست خاله خرس هست.
چشم.
For about another hour before he decided to call it a night. Unfortunately, I never caught his name. I was about to leave the bar myself shortly after that when I heard over the TV that the lottery numbers would be announced. I decided to stay and check if I had won. Why not? And would you believe it? I won $15,000. Of course, I was beyond belief with shock. And of course, I wouldn't need to go back home because I had money now. The next day, I saw something on the news that a flight had been hijacked and the plane was being held at ransom. It was the same flight I was going to be on.
شانس که میگن این پول نداشته واسه بره خونه ننه باباش که چیزی توی لاتاری همین قمار این تیکتاکو $15,000 برنده شده بود. بعد همون پروازش هم فرداش دزدیدن هواپیما رو. مرسی شانس.
And I couldn't believe it, but the sketch of the guy they described who took the flight hostage was the exact same man I had been talking to in the bar.
حال کردید گفتم اگه با یه همچین اشخاصی رو برو شدید بدونید که چه اتفاق عمیقی میفته بیاد. طرف دزده رو داشته باش حرف بزنه. اگه نشرید من چی بگم واسه
به یه برم.
He used the name D.B. Cooper. If you didn't know, he threatened to explode the plane with a bomb unless he got $200,000, which he did, then jumped out of the plane with the money and parachute and was never seen again. I didn't know why, but I never said anything to anyone. Even if I could, it's not like I knew his real name. It was such a scary coincidence that the only thing that stopped me was the reason why I was in that predicament anyway. I needed money, and then I got some. It's strange how everything works out in life.
دیدید من حرف ندارم همش با خودتون. حتما توی کامنت بگید که اگه همچین اتفاقی براتون افتاده
My name is Jasmine. One night my girlfriend and I were getting ready because we were going to head out for a night of fun. We got in the car and I don't know what got into us, but we were feeling very flirty and decided to park at a parking lot to do our thing. We were in the car doing our thing. I was on her in the driver's seat while she had the seat reclined. When we were moving around, I accidentally honked the horn with my butt. I looked at my girlfriend and told her, "Hope that didn't draw any attention to us." She said, "It's okay. It's like 1 in the morning. I doubt anyone is awake."
Yeah, boy.
So we continued. I kid you not. 3 minutes later, I put my head up to fix my hair and looked to my right. What I saw made my stomach drop. There was a man on his knees, just watching us. I quickly jumped off my
عرب داشتیم با دوست دخترش آره ماشین. ببینید امان از بیمکانی چی کار کرده. ببینید ایناست. بعد این طرفی هم که اومده الان زل زده توی شیشه گفتیم کیه؟
عباس بوعزار.
girlfriend into the passenger side, screamed and told her to drive off. As my girlfriend was trying to figure out how to put the seat up, the man got up and put his hands up. I got the most sickening feeling when I saw his hands were covered in blood. My girlfriend quickly locked the car door and got ready to drive off. Then the man told us, "Don't panic." I told my girlfriend to step on it, and when she did, I just remember looking back, seeing his face get all mad and quickly walk away from the area. As we were driving off, I was sitting there asking myself if he murdered someone. Could he be hurt? So my girlfriend decided to drive back to see what the fuck happened. I didn't want to, but I thought maybe he needed help. When my girlfriend and I went back, we saw 2 cop cars pass the area, coming from different directions. We were looking at each other, trying to figure out what was going on. When we drove back into the parking lot, he was gone. I don't know what he needed or why he had blood on his hands, but ever since that night, I always made sure my car door is locked. And now I carry a taser with me.
I was around 10.
طرف توی ماشینش نشسته بود. اینه چه داستانای سمعنیه. داشت من حرفی ندارم. اگه شما هم با دوست دخترتون رفتین حتما بیرون و همچین اتفاقی براتون افتاد حتما توی کامنت ها بگید.
Years old when this happened. Me and my 2 best friends and our parents were on a long vacation in Turkey in a very good and safe hotel. One night, me and my 2 best friends who I'll call Tim and Phil for this video were staying at Tim's room in the hotel while our parents were in the hotel restaurant. The room wasn't bad, actually all of our rooms seemed safe, at least we thought it was. We were having a lot of fun watching Simpsons and playing Monopoly but
بچه ها گفت سیمسون ها. اگه ویدیوی پیشگوی سیمسون ها رو ندیدید لینکش این بالا این بالا میاد. برید حتما اون ویدیو رو نگاه کنید و کامنت.
What happened that night still makes me have chills. So it was around 1 a.m. and our parents were late. Phil looked at them through the window and said, "They're still in that stupid restaurant." "Yeah, they told us they'll come back until 11 p.m. I answered. Guys? Someone is knocking on the door," Tim said. "It's probably just room service," Phil said. Can we not open the door?" I said. I was pretty scared in that situation. I was only 10 and my friends were only 2 and 3 years older than me. So we were all pretty much defenseless children in the room. Tim, who was the oldest, answered, "Oh, come on, it's just room service." The guy on the other side of the door said,
"Hello. Can you please open the door?"
When he said that, we were all scared. In a couple of minutes of silence, he said in a louder voice,
"Open the door!"
I started crying because I knew he was on room service, because if he was, he would have talked in Turkish. I was in shock as in that moment I realized that this strange guy is using a fake ID card to open the door. Tim grabbed both of us and we ran to the bathroom and locked the door. Luckily, the guy wasn't fast to get us. He was screaming to open the door. I said, "Look, a phone!" Luckily, Tim's mom left her phone so we could call her if we needed anything. So Phil grabbed the phone and called his dad and told them the situation. And they came up to find the guy nowhere. They thought we were lying to them until the hotel manager showed them the footage. We found out that the man was stalking us and a couple other children. In a couple of days, police had finally caught him. He was a serial rapist and a pedophile. We were just lucky he wasn't fast to get us. I will never forget that night, as that was the worst day of my life.
منم با این سن معلوم شاید فکر کنید من 15-16 سالمه، ولی شاید باورتون نشه من 19 سالمه. حتی من با این سن وقتی که بیرون میرم واقعا بعضی وقتا خواهی میرم، شاید باور نکنید ولی خب باور کنید یه حقیقت تلخه. حواستون همیشه هم بوده جمع کنید، به اف نرید. اگه به اف رفتید دیگه حتما توی کامنت بگید چه اتفاقی افتاده.
Back then, my brother and I used to play with a lot of guns, especially water guns. One night, we got our flashlights and pretended we were the police. It was around 10 p.m. We were in the backyard with my brother's friend playing when we saw a tall black guy. We were just staring at him. I don't know who he was or why he was there. Then he suddenly said, "Hey, can I play with you?"
داشمون با این قدش با رنگ، حالا کاری به رنگ پوستش ندارم، حالا بگید من نجات پرست من چرت بودم ندارم. با این قدش توی ساعت چه میدونم چند گفت شب اومده میخواد باش بازی کنه. نظرت چیه؟ نظرت در مورد دعیوسای بچه باز چیه؟
Meow meow nigga!
Bitch, please, my brother said. Then the tall guy seemed to go into a strange position and smiled at us creepily. I was so scared, so I aimed my gun at the guy when my flashlight lit up the face of the man. I will never forget what I saw. There was a big X on the middle of his forehead, and the guy was eating a piece of glass, literally eating it and bleeding. We didn't know what to do while we ran back into the house. My brother's friend jumped outside the fence and he didn't come back. We were standing near the window and my brother told me to call Mom and Dad. When I called my mom, I heard a loud smash coming from the big window on the front door. My brother quickly grabbed my shirt and dragged me upstairs. At that moment, I couldn't talk to my mom.
این همه جول برای شدن حساب باید برید زیر میز یا زیر تخت. منطق فیلم های ترسناک اینه که این همه جا برای قایم شدن هست. باید صاف بری اونجا قایم میشه که طرف بیاد زارت پیدا کنه. میرن تو اتاق جایی قایم میشن برام قفل میکنن یه رو دوی نمیتونه بخوره. اگه شما
Because then I would make a sound. We stayed silent for about 20 seconds. Then we heard a footstep near my side. I was about to tilt my head to take a look when I suddenly heard a gun get reloaded. My brother quickly punched the guy. I ran so fast downstairs. We had to live. We were almost to the door when we heard a gunshot. We quickly ran to the nearest neighborhood and told someone what happened. We called Mom and Dad and also dialed 911. When the police came to our house, they found fresh blood trails from the living room to the bathroom. There, they found the guy bleeding to death, as if the guy wanted us to watch him commit suicide or possibly kill us. Well, I don't know, but that was some serious madhouse shit, and I would never, ever forget what happened.
سخنی ندارم اصلا هیچی نمیدونم چی بگم واقعا. اگه از این ویدیو خوشتون اومده بود حتما توی کامنت نظرتون رو در مورد این ویدیو بدید، لایک کنید، کامنت بزنید، اگر خوشتون اومد دیسلایک کنید، کانال ما رو سابسکرایب بکنید، ساب کنید، این ویدیو رو شیر کنید و به دوستاتون هم نشون بدید و حمایت کنید و تا ویدیو بعدی میبینمتون. فعلا